So I'm not certain what Angelina has been smoking or what's in the water in Atlanta or in her little scheme, but it seems as though like she's pushing it today. And she's pushing it with men especially today. I don't know what the deal is, but hey, you know what? Let's get into it.
That's all I like to hear.
Aren't we, darling? Yes,
Very much
yes.
so.
But I did want to just have a quick word with you. You look like you want to.
Oh, yeah, I'm right
Just take that off. I'll put this down over here for you. I did want to have a quick little word with you.
You all realize that Iman have a burning the house down on him shirt. What is that like a symbolic meaning? Is he about to burn the entire place down? I don't know. I'm not quite certain exactly why that is there, but all right, cool.
What's going on? Oh, no stress. You see my sweet Shayla?
I do.
Isn't she amazing?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, just go with it. I just wanted to say that I know that you're a very accomplished man and that you have your pick of whatever it is that you want, whatever flavor of the week, so to speak. But I'm just asking you, please don't hurt my honey. Don't do that to her.
No, I wouldn't do.
Okay, let's not, because those are some of the things that really kind of take me there as a mother.
That takes you there. So hold on. So you're expecting, so your daughter doesn't really do anything at all, but you're trying to make demands. I don't think you're in any position to make any demands. I don't know if y'all are in a position to make demands. As far as I'm concerned, the daughter don't work. The daughter lives in a house that Iman apparently rents, that you couldn't afford to rent for her, right? Even though them well off and them well to do, but couldn't afford it. So I'm not quite certain as to what's going on. And why is she pointing so much? Like you plan to tell him something.
Mom,
Can we just?
Mom, that
Can we not use the? I just. Now, first off, let me say this. Amazing daughter you raised.
Indeed.
Which is why, even though we had our little hiccups, we came back together because I know that. But I could do everything you ask.
Nice.
Can I just ask you just don't use your hands with me. Like don't point at me and put your fingers all in my face.
No.
It's not a no. Because you a queen. See what I'm saying? Like you above doing stuff. You don't have to do that to get me to hear you. I hear.
So in other words, what Iman is telling her is that it's indicative of being ghetto essentially. After all this talk as to how bougie they are, him saying that it's pretty ghetto. So in other words, you using a hand every 2 seconds, with a man is almost like you're trying to state something, or you're trying to give off a certain energy, or you're trying to be, braggadocious or very, very larger than life. Then in other words, I must say that, which is interesting because O'Neill does use his hands a lot while speaking, you know. But I think I know him I said the whole idea, the pointing, make it seem as though it's interesting. You know what? I really have never looked at how I've used my hands as time go by. Do I use my hand in an offensive manner? Maybe I need to ask that question to the audience. Ladies, am I very, very, harsh with the usage of my hands? That's something to actually understand. Interesting. Never really looked into that too much.
I'm receiving what you're saying. Incredible woman you raised. And I just feel like you should continue to, set that good example. Can't be doing that and talking with your hands and all that, like
Well,
with a man. I don't
This is true. I am a New Yorker. So you have to
Understood.
give me a little bit of grace with that.
understood.
So no disrespect.
Let me know disrespect. What kind of grace you want with that? Like grace corned beef? What kind, what kind of grace you want? Like, I don't know what kind of grace he's talking about. Okay, because she's a New Yorker, you talk with your hands. Okay. You say you're aggressive. Okay.
It's just, you know how we are when we're
All
from up
good.
top.
All good. All good. But yes, incredible daughter. And, I know we had little problems. We'll be just fine. I got you, though. I got you.
It's because this family that you have here is beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful.
It is. And you look beautiful.
I do what I can.
You look beautiful. We're going better in the music back.
okay. I'll be in there.
I wasn't disrespectful. I simply
No.
made a statement.
That's
And you
right.
know I'm always going to have your back.
I know, Mom.
He's
But
like,
She's been pushing it all day now. So in other words, she'll do her thing the entire day. You soon know so Shayla coming in to say exactly if she can check Iman for whatever. These men are very, very open to women checking them on all sorts of different levels. Don't have your parents talk to me like this. Like, it's like I am a human being. The least you can do is at least be somewhat respectful, if especially it's not a level where I've disrespected you or I have crossed the line in any shape or form. The least I can do is actually talk to him with some amount of respect. So, you know what I mean? That's just one thing I would have not taken either. I don't know how each time them try to, apologize to these people about all of these various things. But it is clear Angelina is back on her high horse again. It's interesting. She's here. She's back on her high horse. And like I said before, I'm at the place now where I do not mind Delicia sitting there, being upstairs, Shayla downstairs, and Iman visiting between the two of them because trust me, they are reminding us. they are reminding us how bad Angelina and Shayla actually was. They're reminding us how terrible they were.
You know, sometimes men, real men, they just, you know how they are.
Yeah, I do. Go tend to your man, okay?
I will.
I'll see myself out.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, Jen.
Respect. I'm seeing where does Shayla get her lack of respect from. You can tell that Shayla's lack of respect comes from Angelina. I'd said it before, and I remember I used to talk about Brody and Angelina, and people used to make it seem as though, you know what I mean, like they would give me the whole flack on it because the only thing they could have seen was Brody's cheating. And I said, well, sure, Brody's cheating, I can give you that, and I can concede to that particular argument. But I also want you to pay attention as to how Angelina treats it. Every man that has come around Angelina, she's somewhat shaded them in some way. She's done it with Wayne. She's done it with Mike. She's done it with Anthony. She's done it now with Iman. And it's her thing as to how she approaches and deals with men. It's just a way how she deals with men. There's a certain masculinity about how she deals with men that can tell is very, very consistent. And you see know exactly why Shayla is the way that she is. No one puts them in them place. So now you know why Shayla consistently does this to men all the time. And that's why I say that a man like Iman is in so much trouble because Shayla is a girl that's very dangerous. Shayla is the girl that Iman is talking about, where she in this particular house and she wouldn't move out even and tell her, say, you know what, go ahead and go and take your things and go about your business. Shayla would actually be that girl. I can see her being that girl. But hey, give me a take. It's getting hotter and hotter. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to you soon.